to the Triple Ones Wargaming Podcast. This is episode 9, and I'm your host, Jasper Axelson, joined with my co-host,
Zakk Wallace.
And today, we're going to be adapting a little bit, Zach.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Very thematic.
We were going to review the second part of the Eldar Codex, but we are now have our sights set on these leaked Tyranid rules.
Oh, yeah. We wanted to jump on these a little bit.
Yeah, we saw these and we went, can't resist.
Had to pounce on these like a hormigaunt.
Yep. Not often do we get rules early, so we're going to take advantage.
Yeah, this is exciting.
This is very exciting. We couldn't take our minds off of it, frankly.
Yeah, I've been poring over these rules the last couple days. Oh,
just studying up, and we hope to just kind of give you like a brief synopsis of the leaks.
Yeah, kind of what to expect, what might show up in tables at tournaments in a couple weeks here.
Yeah, like some of our favorite things, and just kind of what we think will be good and also fun.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. So we're going to start off explaining the new detachment rules.
Yeah, so everyone was kind of expecting this, but it is going to one Hive Tyrant, which includes Swarmlord, one Hive Tyrant per detachment. Kind of talking about, is it worth spending 2 CP to bring a second patrol for a second Tyrant? Probably, especially considering nearly every stratagem in this book is 1 CP.
Yeah. Makes it feel less bad having to take 2 detachments.
Yeah. But now Synapse is going to 6-inch range for the auto pass morale. But there are no more instinctive behavior drawbacks or anything for not being within Synapse range, which is kind of nice. It's only a buff.
Nice.
Shadow in the Warp is going to within 18 inches. It's the old -1 to cast, but now if a unit suffers perils of the Warp within 18 inches, they suffer an additional mortal wound.
Nice.
Which is fun. And then another rule that came into play is swarming masses. A lot of like the Gribblies got this. It's you can fight in combat if you're either within engagement range or if you're within 2.5 inches of the enemy models. So basically this lets your Gribblies fight in ranks of 3 to 4.
Yeah. Makes it...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
A little easier to fit 30 dudes in.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so jumping over to the Synaptic Imperatives is kind of where we're going to start. So every unit, like all of the HQs and characters and whatnot, and then Zonethropes, it's pretty much characters and zones. They each get a once per game ability. When you activate it, every Synapse unit in your army gets a 6-inch range where they it's like an aura that they can dish it out to the models in your army, which is kind of wild that you can just activate at the top of the battle round, activate an ability, and everything within 6 of Synapse gets it.
Yeah. Some of these are quite good.
Yeah, there's some that are situational. Some of them are just really good no matter what.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll kind of jump into those. My personal favorite is the Maliceptor upgrade, which is what's it called? Psychic Oversight. So while you activate this Psychic Imperative, friendly Hive Tendril, and Hive Tendril is the keyword where it's like Tyranid specific, because now Tyranid is a keyword that also applies to Genestealer Cult.
Okay.
So Hive Tendril is like units specifically out of the Tyranids Codex. So the Maliceptor, it's when you activate this one, it's a unit can make a ranged attack, fall back, advance, and still perform an action. And you can perform psychic powers and psychic actions. Like performing a psychic action does not keep you from casting powers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite good.
That's big. I love the thought of auto-advancing Hormagaunts 16 inches and then doing an action.
Yeah, try blocking out that rod.
Right? That's tough.
That's tough.
So that one's probably my favorite just because I like the tactics of it.
Yeah.
The tricksiness.
Just getting you points.
Yeah, it's a good way to score points.
Yeah, I like it.
And then my other favorite being the Zoanthrope Synaptic Link, which is called a Psychic Augment... Or no, that's the Neurothrope. Warp Shielding is the Zoanthrope one. So when you activate this one, monster models in your army get a 4-up invulnerable save, and non-monsters get a 5-up invulnerable save.
Carnifex spam, here we come.
Oh, especially now that Carnifexes are -1 damage innate.
Yeah.
Oof.
Scary.
Yeah, I like that one even for, like, if someone's going for a real big, like, Alpha Strike, you activate this top of battle round. So you can do it in your opponent's turn.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
Yeah.
That actually makes a big difference.
Yeah, and it's active for the entirety of the battle round.
Yeah, I like that.
That's 2 turns of army-wide invulns.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah.
That's good.
Very good. Did you have any of the Synaptic Imperatives that you liked?
Yeah, in addition to yours, because I also obviously like those, I like the Broodlord's Predatory Guile.
Yeah.
While this Synaptic Imperative ability is active for your army, and a friendly Hive Tendril infantry unit is within 6 inches of the Synapse model, each time an attack targets that unit is treated as having the benefits of light cover. Mm-hmm. And then if that unit is also receiving the benefits of light cover, then it gets the benefits of heavy cover. So if it's basically in a terrain piece, it gets light cover and heavy cover.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. You don't really see heavy cover a lot. So
right?
That's actually pretty cool, but army-wide, or essentially army-wide, if everything's in the bubble.
If you position which, I mean, Warriors got so good, you're flooding the board with Synapse.
Yeah, so everything should be, so just getting army-wide light cover, okay. Okay. For, like, does it say infantry? No.
No, it's just...
units, so yeah, bump up those 3+ saves to 2-up, right? Oh, no, it does say infantry. It does say infantry, sorry.
Infantry.
Our bad. Got a little overzealous, but still giving your Griblies +1 to their save.
Especially if you're running, hordes of Termagants and Hormigons are going to be really good.
Yeah, so that's scary. But I also like the Parasite of Mortrax Synaptic.
Yeah.
In addition to him being a really cool model. Like, really like him. But his Synaptic ability is essentially, if you're within 6 inches of a Synapse model, just any friendly Hive Tendril unit, that makes an additional pile-in, or their pile-in is an additional 3 inches, and consolidate.
Yeah.
So they're piling in and consolidating 6, or I think Hormigons would be 9, because it's up to a maximum of 9.
Yeah.
So just extra movement. Oh my lord, for your entire army.
Stealing objectives and such.
Yeah, move blocking. Yeah, I really like that.
That one is cool. I like that as a clutch little tech piece.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to pay for these. You just get access to them by including units.
Yeah, so that's what's huge. Because if you had to pay for them, you might be a little more selective. But just by bringing these units, you get these insane once-per-game buffs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very good.
Quite cool. I do also just want to mention, a little honorable mention to the Hive Tyrant. It's just fallback and charge, which isn't, like, super big, but I could see that being clutch for, like, 1 turn.
Especially because you're already bringing a Hive Tyrant. Like,
right. There's
going to be a turn where you're like, I'm going to be stuck in, but I might want to fall back and charge, like you said. This is good.
It's nice to have access to it.
Right.
And then there's ways to get, like, exploding 6s to hit and shooting in combat.
I think, like, +1 to your psychic test, too.
Yeah.
Something like that.
5-up feel no pain against mortals.
That's... who gets that?
Neurothrope.
That's really good.
Yeah, the Neurothropes one is +1 to psychic tests, +1 to deny the witch, and a 5-up feel no pain against mortals. Yeah,
I was just thinking, I'm like, what? I was like, maybe mortals are Tyranid's weakness? Well, throw that away.
they got ways. Yeah, Psychic Imperatives are really cool, and that is the monofaction bonus for Tyranids.
So you give them up if you go soup in GSC.
Yeah, which probably isn't worth it.
Probably don't want to do that.
No. It's a huge boon to this army is their Psychic Imperatives. So yeah, we'll kind of move on over to the Hive Fleets. We got a few favorites. Hive Fleets, they're all quite good. So now you have a Hive Fleet adaptation, which is like your static adaptation, doesn't change. Each Hive Fleet has one. Whenever you take the Hive Fleet, you get that bonus. Then they have an adaptive ability where you can, like, you have a chart where you can switch out one of your Hive Fleet abilities for a different one. So there's 3 categories that are Lurk, Feed, and Hunt. Each Hive Fleet gets access to 2 of them. So Kraken, for instance, has access to Feed and Hunt. Hive Fleet Behemoth has access to Hunt and Lurk. And each one of these categories has, like, around 5 abilities to choose from that you can pick at the start of the game. It's not during list building, so you can kind of tailor your abilities to your opponent.
Yeah, see what your opponent's taking and go, this will be better in this matchup.
Yeah, like for Feed, you can give army-wide, if you fail a charge, you move 3 inches. Army-wide, can't overwatch or set to defend.
Wow.
Yeah. In Lurk, you can just take one that is monsters get OBSEC and count as 5 models.
Okay.
Yeah, right? +1 charge. I mean, there's a bunch. You can give your entire army heroic interventions as some of the standouts.
Yeah, that's really good. Some really good buffs that you just pick before the game starts.
Yeah.
That's key, is the flexibility that gives you is insane.
Right? You go up against a whole bunch of flamers. Okay, no Overwatch.
Yeah, okay. Like that Salamanders game you played, this is not a problem.
It's
not so much
so
a problem
cool
anymore.
I love, being able to, like, adapt on the fly like that is so thematic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool from a fluff perspective as well.
Right. Especially after we won the Octarius War.
Ooh.
The only war Tyranids have won in recent years.
Yeah.
Usually just the punching bag in lore.
Yeah, you're like we're going to show that this Marine chapter is really strong, so we're going to have him beat Tyranids.
Right. Yeah.
I feel that as an Eldar player, seeing the Avatar of Cain die in various ways.
Yeah, to, like, lieutenants and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, the lore doesn't always reflect the gameplay.
Yes.
So going over the Hive Fleets, my personal favorite is definitely Leviathan.
Yeah.
It's unclear as of now if the Leviathan Supplement and Army of Renown Crusher Stampede will be usable with this book. If it is, Leviathan is going to be broken.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. Leviathan is good in this book alone without supplements.
Yep.
Adding the supplement on top, it's ridiculous.
It's going to be bonkers.
So the Leviathan adaptation is Synaptic Control. So each time an attack is made against a Synapse unit with this adaptation, an unmodified wound roll of 1 through 3 always fails, irrespective of any abilities. So Synapse units get Transhuman. Non-Synapse units get Mini Transhuman if they're within Synaptic link range of any friendly Leviathan Synapse units. So Synaptic link range works kind of like the supplement thing, where the Synaptic link range is 12 inches of a Synapse unit, and then you can kind of have your Synapse units act as little radio towers, where if they're within 12 inches of each other, then that Synaptic link range then connects over to that Synapse unit, which in turn can go 12 inches out from them and connect to a different Synapse within 12 that goes out from,
It actually makes Synapse feel fluffy.
Yeah, I love
like it. The connecting as it should be, like telegraphing what's going on.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Transhuman on Synapse, and then Mini Transhuman on non-Synapse within Synaptic link range. And then their adaptive trait is each activation, you can reroll 1 hit roll. I actually like that this is kind of meh, because you don't feel bad about switching it out for some of the amazing ones on that chart.
Yeah.
Which is really fun. And then the Warlord trait is okay. It's not bad. You can re-roll once per battle round a hit wound, damage, advance, charge, psychic test, or saving throw.
Okay.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
The bio artifact is Preciptic Node. So this is actually really fun. Each time an enemy unit is set up as reinforcements within 18 inches of the bearer, you can select one friendly Leviathan core or Leviathan character unit within 6 inches of the bearer, and they can just shoot at the unit that came in from reinforcements. So it's kind of like a relic Auspex scan.
Yeah. That's good.
Quite fun. The stratagem is alright. You have so much AP already that you don't usually need it, but for 1 CP, combined assault, if you have 2 units in engagement range with an enemy, each time a model makes a melee attack against that enemy unit, improve the AP by 1. And then Leviathan's big standout is their psychic power. So if you pick a Hive Fleet, all of your Psychers know the Hive Fleet specific power automatically. It works kind of like Thousand Suns cults. So their psychic power is Hive Nexus. Warp charge of 7, excuse me. If manifested, select one friendly Leviathan unit within Synaptic link range of this Psyker, and select one Synaptic Imperative ability of a friendly Leviathan Synapse model that is also within Synaptic link range of this Psyker. Until the start of your next turn, that unit benefits from that Synapse model's Synaptic Imperative ability as if it were active for your army, in addition to the one that is currently active for your army, and as if they were within 6 inches of one another. So even if you've already used that Synaptic link for the game and normally wouldn't be able to use it again for the rest of the battle, you can give it to one unit in your army, as long as you've set up your Synaptic link range right. Like the
4-up invulnerable save?
Yeah, 4-up invuln, doing an action even if you advance, fall back, whatever.
Yeah.
This is huge. It just gives you so much more flexibility.
Yeah. This seems just kind of like the flexible chapter, or fleet, where it's the ultimate adaptability, where you always have an option, which I quite like.
It feels so fluffy.
Yeah, there's usually like one chapter-ish that has like this kind of thing where it's like they kind of do it all. Mm-hmm. This is definitely the Tyranids one.
Yeah,
based on these
army-wide transhuman and mini transhuman is insane.
So good. Yes, throw away that 6-up feel no pain. That thing was trash compared to this.
Oh yeah,
this feels a lot better.
Yep. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So what Hive Fleet are you kind of looking at?
I glanced. And I like the old reliable Kraken from last edition.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of just lets you grug brain do what you want to do, which is, so like the Hive Fleet adaptation, the questing tendrils. Each time a unit with this adaptation fights, if it made a charge move, then until the fight is resolved, you just basically improve the AP by 1. Yeah. So just your entire army plus 1 AP. I really like this with like little Gribblies.
Yeah.
That's where you see the most benefit is like Hormagaunts or even Termagants now being AP 1. Okay.
Dude, and Hormagaunts went to 3 attacks at AP 1 base.
Yeah, now they're AP 2 when they charge.
Attacks?
That's all of a sudden really scary.
Oh yeah, and there's ways to get them up to strength 4.
Yeah, then you get people sweating bullets. So I like that. They're adaptive, so the one that you can switch out, I think. Mm-hmm. Is the each time a unit with this adaptation advances, if it is not affected by the Opportunist Advanced Stratagem or the Bounding Advanced Stratagem, do not make an advance roll. Instead, until the end of the phase, add D3 plus 3. So basically, just super advance. So they're getting places and they're getting there fast.
Always fun.
Which I like. I mean, you don't necessarily always want to switch this out, but it is also just strong enough where you don't feel bad just leaving it in.
Right.
So I like that. Movement. Anytime you can get extra movement or good movement, you catch my attention.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts of the game.
Yep. I like it a lot. Their Warlord trait is also pretty good. Each time your opponent uses a stratagem, if this Warlord is on the battlefield, roll 1d6. On a 5+, you gain 1 CP.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, you got some good Warlord traits in this book, but this is not a bad one. Their psychic power is Synaptic Lure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a warp charge value of 5, so very easy. If manifested, select one enemy unit within synaptic link range of the Psyker, or one enemy unit within 18 inches of the Psyker. Until the start of your next Psychic phase, each time a friendly Kraken unit declares a charge, if that enemy unit is one of the targets of the charge, you can reroll the charge roll.
Very spicy.
Yeah, so just, we want to charge this, so reroll charges. Very easy to get off. Don't need line of sight. Synaptic link shenanigans for the psychic powers.
Yeah,
I like it.
None of our psychic powers that I've read so far require line of sight,
Which is good.
which is solid. Most of them are 18-inch range or synaptic link range. The ones that aren't 18-inch range are just synaptic link range. It's pretty spicy.
Yeah, that's good. As an other player, I love me some indirect psychic. I love that. Their relic is also really good. Each time an attack is made against the bearer, subtract 1 from the hit roll. The hit roll cannot be re-rolled.
Hey, you're Harlequins now.
Hey, because you can take... Can you take relics on monsters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just...
As long as they're characters, yeah.
Yeah, just relic Trigon that hits... That subtract 1, no hit rolls re-rolled. What?
Ooh, so I would like to also point out, anything in this codex that has a snake body, Trigons, Molochs, what are they, Ravners? Not Rippers, though. They're all -1 to hit in melee, too. Baked in.
Wow.
Just baked in.
Okay. Yeah, that's spicy. Oof. And then finally, their stratagem is also really good. It's 1 CP in your movement phase when a Kraken unit is selected to move. Each time that unit advances, do not make an advance roll. Instead, just add 8 inches. Okay. And then models in that unit do not suffer hit rolls incurred for firing assault weapons in the same turn they advanced.
Yeah.
So just plus 8 inches, and they count as stationary essentially with assault weapons.
Yeah. Very spicy.
I like that a lot. So Kraken to me I like it a lot. Everything, honestly, everything I've read though is good.
Yeah.
Everything I've read is good.
I even like Gorgon is kind of fun. It's the poisonous one. Army-wide, every time you make an attack that doesn't target a vehicle or Titanic, a 4-up always wounds. It's in shooting and combat.
Okay. That's good.
My little, the one I want to test out is Jormungandr. Jormungandr. Jormungandr.
John Magamba Doomba Gumber.
So it's monsters over 18 get dense. Everything else over 12 gets dense. And then the adaptive is not bad. It's every time it's targeted by a weapon with blast, you have the number of models in the unit rounding up for determining blast, which is all right. But the big thing with them is they have access to lurk, which you can use to give monsters obsec and count as 5 models. And then the strat is buried in weight. It's 1 CP. In a 2,000 point game, you can use it twice. Just put a non-Titanic Jormungandr unit in Deep Strike. Any unit.
Tyrannifex.
2 Tyrannifexes with acid spray just popping up 9 inches away. All right. I like the memes. Otherwise, a Moloch can pop up, and now it's obsec and has 5, counts as 5.
Oh.
I like that one a lot. Just had to throw that in as an honorable mention because I want to test it.
Yeah, a lot of this is quite spicy.
Yeah, it's hard to pick.
Yeah. And you'll see too as we head on to the Warlord traits.
Yeah,
they got some good Warlord traits. I know that you really like the first Warlord trait mentioned.
Yeah, so I really like this one. It's Alien Cunning. So it used to just be like a 1 model redeploy.
Trash.
Or 1 unit redeploy. So now I love this on like a Parasite of Mortrex for like an 80 point model with fly and 16-inch move. So Alien Cunning. This Warlord has the Objective Secured ability. This Warlord counts as 5 models when determining control of an objective marker. And this Warlord can perform an action even if it advanced or fell back. The third one is very situational. The first 2, I love it. I was kind of mentioning, say I really need to take an objective or something, I can fly a Flyrant over with 16 plus D6 inch move. fly the Parasite of Mortrex over with 16 plus d6 inch move. He is now benefiting from Look Out, Sir, so you can't target him until he's the closest. And now I have what counts as 6 models and OBSEC on that objective.
Yeah, that's quite good. There's a lot of give OBSEC and even decent amount of take OBSEC in this book. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's several abilities that let you take OBSEC
Like, basically,
away.
look at Tyranids and go, yeah, anything in this book could be OBSEC. Potentially.
Yeah, it's spicy. Oh, even the Swarm Lord gives a core unit OBSEC, or double OBSEC.
Like, core OBSEC, double OBSEC, or... Oh, if that Leviathan supplement remains legal, give something triple OBSEC.
Oh, God.
Ooh, I'm scared. I'm
a little worried.
But, I like the Synaptic Linchpin Warlord trait. It is, so you add 3 inches to the Warlord's aura abilities and Synaptic Imperative abilities. Okay.
Yeah.
And then each time a Warlord uses an ability in your command phase that specifies a range, add 3 inches to the range.
Yep. Not bad.
I like that. Just some utility. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I also like just Adaptive Biology as a 5-up Feel No Pain. Throw that on a Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
If we keep the Leviathan supplement and you can give a Hive Tyrant -1 to wound and a 5-up Feel No Pain,
That's bad. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Not bad at all. There's one that lets you dish out a second command phase buff. Yeah, just a lot of fun utility pieces.
Yeah, a lot of good Warlord traits. Can't really go wrong.
Oh yeah, even a lot of the Hive Fleet specific ones are quite good and worth looking at.
Yeah.
So moving on to Warlord, moving on to relics. A lot of fun relics.
A lot of real good relics, man.
Oh, so to start it off, man, I want to take a Hive Tyrant with the heavy Venom Cannon and a unit of Tyrant Guard. So now he's untargetable. The big old Venom Cannon is normally Assault 3, so you can still shoot it in combat and everything. Assault 3, Strength 9, AP 3, Damage 4. But this relic is the Shard Gullet. Oh, what a good name. So Shard Gullet is a relic Venom Cannon. It is 36-inch range, Assault 3, but it is Strength 12, AP 5, flat 5 damage.
That thing's ripping out your gullet.
Oh, man. Like, 2 wounds go through, and you're taking out, like, Rhino equivalents.
Yeah, that's insane.
A lot of like, if you can...
Stones bikers, pop.
Yeah.
Each one that goes through is a dead biker.
Even if you have -1 damage abilities, like 4 damage is still crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a crazy fun relic.
I mean, each wound that's going through is just
like,
picking up a crisis.
Yeah, like you said, just put a Hive Guard, make this untargetable, just sitting on the battlefield. What the heck?
Just sit there and shoot for 5 turns.
Potential 15 damage, untargetable. Okay, what the heck?
I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, did you have any standouts?
I like the Reaper of Obliterax.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is models equipped with Bone Sword or Monstrous Bone Swords. So it gains the following abilities. So each time an attack is made with this weapon, if that attack successfully wounds the target suffers 1 mortal wound in addition to any other damage. And then each time an attack is made with this weapon is allocated to an enemy model, that model cannot use any rules to ignore the wounds it loses. So, I mean, that's screw you, Catan, Stargod. You're done.
Yeah.
I really like this on, like, Trigons with 12 attacks. Just every time it wounds with their monstrous claws.
Plus, what's...
1 mortal wound each? What the heck?
And, like, Monstrous Bone Swords got so much better, too. They're on a Hive Tyrant. They're now hitting at Strength 10, AP 4, flat 3 damage.
Like, what?
Yeah, with that relic.
Plus 1 mortal in addition? What the heck?
Oh.
What?
That's fun.
You're going to be able to do so many mortals with that. So I really like that. Did you have any other ones you liked?
Yeah, so we were kind of talking about ways to take away OBSEC and everything. So the Dirge Heart of Karis. Each time the bear is selected to fight, after resolving its attack, select one enemy unit hit by an attack made by the bearer this phase. Till the end of the next turn, that unit loses OBSEC and gets -1 leadership.
Okay. 8th edition, it would have just been the -1 leadership.
But yeah, lose OBSEC. I mean, Parasite of Mortrex can take away your OBSEC. Like,
You have, like, so many ways to give OBSEC, like I said earlier, and now you have ways to take it away, and this is fairly reliable. You just have to hit.
the Hive giveth, and the Hive taketh away.
The Hive... yeah.
Oh.
The Hive is scary.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. I also like the size of Tyran, so I like my monster Scything Talons. What can I say? So it replaces the 2 monster Scything Talons, but it has the following profile: +2 strength, -4 AP, flat 3 damage, and then each time the bearer fights, +2 attacks.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's quite
Pretty
good.
good. I like very killy.
Even for straight damage output, I like Maw Claws of Thyrax. Bearer gets +1 attack. Each time the bearer makes a melee attack, you can re-roll wounds. And then each time the bearer destroys an enemy unit as a result of this melee attack, until the end of the battle, add 1 to the attack's characteristics to a maximum of 3. So you can get this up to a max of 4 additional attacks, re-rolling wounds.
Wow.
Not bad.
Pretty good. Got some good relics in here. I like it.
Pair this with, so now Scything Talons give you an additional attack per talon, not per set. So a Hive Tyrant with, say, 4 Scything Talons is getting 5, 9, 10 attacks base with this relic, up to a max of 13 attacks.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh.
Don't tangle with him.
No.
Scary. He'll mess you up.
Quite spooky.
Quite spooky. So moving on to psychic powers. You want to let us know what's changed, what's still good or bad, or...
Oh, well, the old classics. I love a good classic,
Yeah.
you know?
Old-fashioned.
Yeah, so Catalyst is still just as good as it always was. 5 up, feel no pain within 18 inches, but now you do not need to be visible. I believe you did before, maybe not. But you don't need visibility, and now you can also cast it within, or no, my bad. It's not 18 inches, it's just within Synaptic Link range.
Oh, okay.
Which is a 12-inch range normally, but if you're within range of any Synapse units, you can cover the whole board.
Yeah. So if you're doing this right, whatever unit you want is going to be in this range.
Especially since you get a whole movement phase to move before the psychic phase.
Right.
So yeah, 5 up, feel no pain. Onslaught does the same thing as it did before. Advance and fire assault, no penalty. Move and shoot heavy, no penalty. And advance and charge. No changes there besides the fact that you can do it within Synaptic Link range. And then, advance and charge is always good.
Yeah. Yeah, advance and charge is always real good.
While a lot of stuff in this book is really good, very little of it has innate access to advance and charge. It's pretty much just Broodlord and... Oh no, Gene Stealer's lost it. Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Don't worry. You got other ways.
Oh yeah, there's ways.
You got ways. Plus Onslaught. Onslaught helps.
Yeah.
Psychic power for advance and charge.
And Stealers can, scout deploy now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, baked in.
Wow, okay.
4 up invuln in combat.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Catalyst and Onslaught are just my go-tos.
Yeah. I like Psychic Scream. Very similar. The only real difference is now it used to be like you roll off against the leadership, and now it's just if your psychic test is higher than the leadership of an enemy psyker, then they forget the psychic pass or a psychic power.
Oh yeah.
So I like that.
Especially when you have easy access to +1 to cast and 3d6 pick.
Right. So a little bit more reliable for an already kind of unreliable-ish power, but like 2 smites, it's fun.
Right.
It's good.
Kind of cool. So then we'll jump into adaptive physiologies.
All right.
So these are similar to the way they worked before, but now you can only give them to non-character monster units. or monster models specifically.
Like Carnifexes, Molochs,
Exocrines, Trigons.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff you can give it to.
I guess Forge World? Can you give it to?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Demon Karen.
Demons.
Oh my.
Once they get updated keywords.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which they will sooner or later.
Yeah.
But so my favorite one, real simple, 25 points. Give a monster a 4-up invulnerable.
Just nice and simple.
Nice and simple.
Throw that bad boy at a Demon Karen.
Right?
Oh my.
Baked in.
What the heck?
Baked in 4-up invulnerable, and then give it catalyst, and then if you're taking Leviathan, it's mini transhuman within Synapse, or for 1 CP, just give it transhuman. Like
1 CP.
Right. 1 CP, give a monster transhuman. Okay. I won't say no.
Yeah, that's good. Even Exocrine, T8.
Yeah, absolutely.
Million wounds.
I think Exocrine's up to 15 wounds now.
Yeah, T8, 2 up, 4 up, 2 up, 4 up.
2 up, 4 up.
Okay.
Oh, he thinks he's a Riptide now.
Yeah. What the heck? Or like a Storm Surge with toughness 8.
Right? Jesus.
Oh my gosh. All right. I like the Predator Instincts.
Okay.
So that is 15 points. Just give it a heroic intervention. But not just any heroic intervention. A 6-inch heroic intervention. Oh my goodness.
Nice and janky.
Yeah, not getting close to this thing. So that's quite good. I also like the Synaptic Enhancement.
Yeah.
It is plus 10 points. And alright, sorry. So it just gives it Shadow on the Warp and the Synapse ability.
Yeah, very good.
That's awesome. I mean, just extend your Synapse stuff, and then Shadow on the Warp. I like that a lot.
It's cheap
just
too.
Screw over, just 10 points. It's like nothing. It's like, I got 10 points to fill in. Throw that on there.
Basically, just adding another little synaptic link antenna.
Yeah, just make it even that much easier for your army.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun ones. You can do mortals when things fall back. I like enraged reserves. When if the monster has a chart where it degrades, you double its remaining wounds when consulting the chart to see what its stats are. And then once per battle, when you target it with an epic deed stratagem, it's just free.
Yeah, that's good.
Not bad.
Quite good.
That one is another 25-point upgrade, so it's a little pricey, but it's not bad.
It's still not bad, though.
Right.
Kind of paying 25 CP, or 25 points to get a free CP.
Yeah, and
kind of
buff up their stats, essentially. Or make them degrade more slowly. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
So then over to stratagems, yeah.
Give me the deets, Zach.
Oh my god. So out of like 4 pages of stratagems, I think there's like 3 or 4 of them that cost 2 CP.
I couldn't even believe that.
There's like 3 or 4 that are 1 or 2 CP, depending on how big the unit is. And the rest are just 1. There's not a single 3 CP strat in this entire book.
What the heck?
It's ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
I can't believe some of these are 1 CP.
Yeah, well, this, like we said, this is a leak, so this could be false.
Yeah, I mean, if any of this changes, I wouldn't be surprised. But like 1 CP, transhuman on a monster. 1 CP, a monster rerolls wounds in combat.
Like, I look at that and go, what? 1 CP reroll wounds? What?
So there's 1 CP for trampling charge is one of my favorites in this book. So if all of your big monsters have the Horned Chitin keyword, the smaller monsters and stuff don't have it, but like Carnifexes can take tusks that give them the keyword for like 5 points. So it's trampling charge, 1 CP. Use this strat in your charge phase when a Hive Tendril monster model from your army finishes a charge move. Select 1 enemy unit within engagement range of that monster and roll a d6. So normally, on a 2 through 4, it suffers d3. and on a 5, it suffers 3 mortal wounds. But if your monster has the Horned Chitin keyword, a 2 through 4 is 3 mortals. A 5 up is D3 plus 3.
Oh my.
Whoo!
That's spicy.
Right? Oh,
That's
man.
scary. You're doing a lot of this. If Crusher maintains and you decide to take that, now you're doing a lot of mortals when you charge.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. That's fun.
Give me some more deets, Zakk.
Oof. So another one that's might not come up every game, but when it comes up, you're gonna be really glad you had this stratagem. 1 CP for Synaptic Legacy. So as we were talking about the Synaptic Imperatives, this one is use this stratagem at the start of the battle round when selecting a Synaptic Imperative ability to be active for your army. If your Warlord is on the battlefield and has the Hive Tendril keyword, this turn you can select the Synaptic Imperative ability of a destroyed model from your army instead of one from a model that is on the battlefield. Note that unless otherwise allowed, you still cannot select that ability if it has already been selected by you earlier in the battle. So say you kill my Zoanthropes before I get my invulnerable Synaptic Imperative off. Alright, 1 CP if my Warlord's on the field, I can still use it.
You're like, hey, you were really smart and you targeted the town? F you, 1 CP.
I just don't care. Yeah.
All that for a drop of blood. That's what that CP should be called.
Right. Yeah, it's so clutch. And there's so many of those little, like, stratagems that you're going to be so glad you had in, like, these weird moments.
The fact that they're all 1 CP, too, means, like...
Yeah.
You have quite a lot of utility with these.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're not running out of CP anytime soon. Even if you take a couple extra relics, a couple extra Warlord Traits, another detachment... With all these being 1 CP, you don't really mind.
Oh, not at all. I'm taking 2 patrols, an extra Warlord trait, so I'm starting with 9 CP. I was playing my Harlequins and 9 felt like nothing. I feel like I'm rich.
Yeah. I almost feel like you could be like, hey, let me just buy another fun relic or 2.
Right? Just because I can afford it. Oh, there's a redeploy for fly and burrow units. I mean, 1 CP, you can regen D3 wounds on a monster. We kept that one, but it dropped from 2 to 1 CP.
Endless Swarm.
Endless Swarm. So yeah, your, what are they? Endless Multitude is a new keyword that your big units of Griblies get. For 1 CP, you just regenerate D3 plus 3 models with their full wounds remaining. These return models can only be set up within engagement range of units that are already within engagement range of the enemy unit. So, Necrons?
Yeah.
I am become Necrons for 4 to 6 models.
You become Necrons.
Use this and it's start of your command phase, so you can use this to get onto objectives.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Oh my.
I love it.
Yeah, Tyranids have the ultimate, we're taking objectives.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Give and take OBSEC, you can respawn onto objectives like Necrons.
I'm frightened. The theory crafting in me right now is going bizarre. I don't even know what to do. I'm going haywire.
I've been looking over this codex for 2 days now, just non-stop. And I keep coming up with more and more combos.
It's insane.
This is the Wombo Combo Codex.
Yeah, this is, if it maintains like this we're gonna be seeing those Tyranid results.
Yeah, I think so.
There is some serious spice in this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I can't wait to give it a whole bunch of thorough testing.
Yeah, are things pointed pretty expensive, cheap, in the middle?
It's not bad. With these upgrades, some of our units stayed roughly similar in points. A lot of them went up a little bit, but not a crazy amount. You can still fit a decent amount into a list. You might feel a little more restricted than you did before. Might have to make some hard choices, but everything in this book is decent. It's going to be exciting to see which list archetypes make it to the top tables.
Yeah.
I think Leviathan is probably still the strongest Hive Fleet.
Even if they don't maintain their supplement.
Yeah, even if they lose the supplement, I think they're the strongest Hive Fleet. Just because the adaptability, getting to use Psychic Imperatives more than once, and Transhuman army-wide, and mini Transhuman's crazy.
Give me some hot takes.
Oh, some hot takes.
Give me some spicy hot takes.
Might not be a hot take, but Warriors. Spam Warriors. They're so good. 25 points a model, and that includes weapon options minus the cannon is an extra 5. Right now I'm looking at taking Bone Swords and Death Spitters with 1 cannon. So Death Spitters went up to, I think it's Strength 5 AP 2 or Strength 6 AP 2. Damage 1. Bone Swords give an additional attack and are now plus 2 Strength, 2 AP, 2 damage. Warriors went up to Strength, Toughness 5. So if I'm looking at giving them Adrenal Glands for plus 1 move and Strength, Bone Swords, and so they're 4 attacks apiece, hitting at Strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. Flesh hooks now, instead of being a pistol weapon, just allow you to ignore vertical distance when advancing, moving, or falling back. And then if you have flesh hooks for 1 CP in the fight phase, you just get plus 1 to hit. So now these warriors are hitting on 2s. If you gave them the command phase buffs, they're re-rolling 1s. Strength 8, AP 2, damage 2. If you took a Tyranid Prime, you can give them re-roll wound rolls of 1.
How much are flesh hooks?
Flesh hooks are 5 points for the unit.
Oh,
yeah.
My.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
5 points for a unit?
For the unit.
Plus 1 to hit in combat?
Access to the 1 CP strat.
Oh, 1
but
CP.
yes,
Oh,
but yeah,
okay.
still. And then ignore
yeah.
vertical distance when moving.
That one's not crazy because you're already infantry, so it's like...
Yeah, this is not crazy. Mostly
Still,
ruins and
yeah.
stuff, but access to that stratagem is big.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, you're hitting on
crazy.
2s, re-rolling 1s with damage 2 Thunder Hammers, essentially.
Okay.
I mean...
Okay.
Oh, man. And then for 1 CP, you can either give a monster an additional D3 attacks, or give a unit an additional attack per model. I believe if it's 16 or more models in the unit, it costs 2 CP. That's the only restriction.
Okay.
So
Quite good.
Now your warriors with dual bone swords are getting 5 attacks apiece with all that output. I mean, that's not bad.
That's pretty good. Zoanthropes. Zoanthropes are looking pretty good as well with that Synaptic Imperative.
Yeah. The invuln imperative, I mean...
Because I think, based on this, they're 150 points for the minimum squad.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
You see, so now when they smite, it does an additional mortal wound to a max of 3 for each model in the unit. So smite is now D3 plus 3 or D6 plus 3 for a unit of 3. And then they get plus 1 to cast for each model in the unit, no limit.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I mean...
what?
That's not bad, man. Oh, yeah. Just take a unit of 5 for plus 5 to cast.
Yeah, just a casual plus 5.
Casual plus 5, you know? Like...
What the heck? Where do you think Tyranids are going to go based on this leak? Where do you think... Just hot take, not knowing anything. What do you think a typical archetype is going to look like?
I mean, if they're not... So I think Gaunt Carpet is going to be a big...
You'll see that.
Very viable. I mean, you can give... one of the adaptive traits you can give is just endless multitude units. So, like your Gribblies that are deployed in your deployment zone. 6-inch pregame move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You are become Necrons.
Right? Like, I think archetype-wise, you're going to see a whole bunch of mix of shit. Tyrant Guard now just bodyguard Hive Tyrants, too.
You'll see Tyrant Guard.
You'll see Tyrant Guard
until Bodyguard
all the time.
dies, you'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see them.
And they're no slouch in combat either. They got core, so all these, like, command phase buffs and stuff you can dish out. I think you'll see Gaunt Carpet. I think you'll see Nidzilla. I think you'll see heavy infantry lists. I think this book is deep enough and internally balanced enough to where it's hard to nail down one archetype you might see. I think you can build anyway.
I like that a lot.
It's very cool. And if Tyranids aren't top of A tier, they will be S tier.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say S tier right now.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're gonna be S tier.
The amount of OBSEC shenanigans alone makes me go.
Yeah.
That makes me go S tier.
I mean, even gargoyles going to troop and getting core.
Yeah,
is
like
amazing. 12-inch fly move with OBSEC. Oh,
ooh, very good. You'll see just the wave of I would like to run that army. Just a wave of flying gargoyles. That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I want an all-flying army.
And lictors are actually assassins now.
Yeah, they're hitting real hard. They got their old -1 to hit back.
Yep.
The horror specs I like. It's up to 5 attacks at strength 14, AP3, damage D3 +3. But if you use the what is it? Oh, the Ravenous Maw, it's instead strength 7, AP1, damage 2, but you make 3 hit rolls instead of 1, so it's 15 attacks. At strength 7, AP1, damage 2.
Holy crap.
Death throws now, when you explode, you only do mortals to the closest enemy unit.
Oh.
Which is not bad.
Interesting.
People are like, oh, well, now it doesn't do it to, like, every enemy unit within 6. Yeah, but now it doesn't do it to your own units.
Right.
Yeah. Which I would prefer.
Yeah, you kind of take it.
Now, so hear me out. Maliceptor is my, like, pick for one of the units I am most excited about.
No.
So...
no, go on.
So not only is does the Maliceptor have an awesome psychic or synaptic imperative for the do actions even though you've done anything, but it is going to weapon skill 3, which does degrade, but instead of weapon skill 4, you're starting at 3. It's 3 attacks. He gets a sweep attack for 6 attacks at strength 7, AP3, damage 2, or 3 attacks at strength 10, AP4, damage 2d3. Going to 15 wounds, T8, 3 up save, 4 up invuln. And then, so... It's old -1 to the strength of your weapon's aura is moving to a psychic action.
Oh, wow.
On a warp charge of 6. So no more having to spend 2 CP for it.
Yeah, that's really good.
And then it's got death throws and everything. But now, so do you remember its old psychic overload ability where instead of casting any psychic powers, you would just do, like, a mortal to every unit within 6 or 12 inches, something like that?
Yeah, I remember it being really bad.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone ever use it once.
Yeah.
So now Psychic Overload is each time this model successfully manifests a psychic power or completes a psychic action, if the result of the psychic test was 7 or more, so the average roll on 2d6, after resolving the psychic power, that the closest enemy unit within 12 inches suffers the number of mortal wounds shown in the table below. So if this model has 8 or more wounds remaining, it does 3 mortals to the closest enemy unit within 12, each successful cast of a 7-up.
Wow.
If it has 5 to 7 wounds remaining, it does 2, and 1 to 4 wounds, it does 1.
Holy crap.
He can cast 2, deny 1, and for a CP, you can cast a third. So he could potentially be casting 3 powers and dishing out 9 mortals. Give him the 3d6 pick the highest synaptic imperative.
Oh my. Oh my.
He's dishing out mortals. And you don't
like the Maliceptor. He's cheap too.
Yeah.
What, 170-ish?
Yep, I think he's 170 points for... That's not bad at all.
Yeah, no kidding.
Maliceptor is one of my auto takes.
I think the biggest thing for me is the durability of these monsters is insane.
Yeah.
Like T8 on a lot of stuff, 13 to 15 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Quite wild.
And then you're going to have real distraction Carnifexes too.
Oh, yeah.
Carnifex.
Yeah, they're going to... I think they get... 4 or 5 attacks, but with...
Screw that. Screamer Killers.
Ooh, Screamer Killers are spicy. So they get 10-inch move, 10 attacks, 11 attacks on the charge.
You're taking those and you're going, this is a real distraction Carnifex. Are you kidding me?
Real distraction.
I love that.
I've been looking at even like your basic Carnifex, because the Screamer Killer doesn't have the Horned Chitin word, and you can't give it to him. So a regular Carnifex with 4 Scything Talons and everything on the charge is doing 9 attacks. For 1 CP, you can bump that up by an additional D3. So 9 attacks on the charge. For 1 CP, he's doing at least 3 mortals, or D3 plus 3 if you roll a 5 up. Just don't roll 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, imagine doing D3 plus 3 mortals and then still getting 9 attacks with adrenal glands. They're 9 attacks at strength 7, AP 3, damage 3.
I'm imagining it, and I'm scared.
Dude, Crushing Claws now. Instead of, they lost their -1 to hit rolls thing. Now they're just hitting at, without adrenal glands, they're hitting at strength 10, AP 3, damage D3 plus 3.
How many attacks? Typically?
On the charge, 5.
Oh my.
Say you take 2 Crushing Claws and 2 Scything Talons, you get 5 attacks with your Crushing Claws and then 2 additional attacks with your Scything Talons.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm glad because Carnifex have been so bad for so long.
They needed some love.
They needed the love. Of anything I wanted the Carnifex to be a great unit. So I'm happy. I'm happy they look real good.
Oh, Hive Guard got nerfed. Thankfully. Thankfully.
And with that, you heard no one shed a tear. Even Tyranid players were like, good.
Yeah, I'm so sick of bringing Hive Guard.
Yeah.
I want to take something fun. Yeah. So I'm glad they got nerfed. They kind of feel like how artillery should feel.
Yeah.
They're not bad, but they're expensive for what they do now.
Right.
Real quick, I did want to brush over the secondaries. So there is the one secondary that was already printed in, was it White Dwarf?
Yeah, I think it was
or was it the GT pack?
I think it was the GT pack, but also a White Dwarf gave like cards or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of gave the factions that hadn't had a book yet a secondary.
Yeah. So the one that the one that they had already given out was the get points if your Synapse units kill models, which
is it models or units?
I think it's so.
It's units, right? Or is it models?
Each time an enemy model is destroyed by a Synapse model from your army, but it's if that enemy model had a wound characteristic of 3 and 5.
Right.
It's
really
1 point.
Weird, yeah,
it's hard to get enough points.
You could look at it sometimes, but yeah, it's really weird.
It's just I don't really like it.
You'd have to know when to take it.
Yeah. So then they have a Purge the Enemy one, which is kind of interesting. Every time you kill a character or champion, you can get a command point, which is interesting. But in order to actually score on it, you have to roll a die, and it's randomized. I don't like randomized secondaries for scoring victory points.
No, we don't want to play Maelstrom.
No, yeah, no. You don't want to have to rely on a 4-up die roll at any point to get your victory points.
No, not at all.
So that one I'm not super crazy about. And then there is a Shadow Operations one that I could see using it as a flex option instead of R&D. It's only troops units from your army can do this action. So 1 troops unit from your army can start to perform this action at the end of your movement phase from the 2nd battle round onwards if it is within 6 of your opponent's deployment zone and not within 6 of any Spore Node objective markers. The action is completed at the end of your turn. If the action is successfully completed, place 1 objective marker anywhere wholly within your opponent's deployment zone and within 1 inch of the unit that completed this action. The objective marker represents a Spore Node, but does not count as an objective marker for any rules purpose other than for this secondary objective. And each time you complete this objective, it is 4 victory points.
Not bad.
Do it 3 times, that's 12.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's like different rod.
Yeah, different interesting rod. Yeah,
it's rod with troops in your enemy's deployment kind of a thing. But you don't have to be in your enemy's deployment, you only have to place the marker within the deployment.
It's like rod but weird, but also not deploy teleport homers What?
It's like the deploy bombs tertiary, but they can't be diffused.
It's actually really similar to deploy telebo homers.
Yeah, quite
It's
similar.
kind of like the same thing almost.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
I like that you do it once and you get 4.
Yeah, you like hearing that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's got some play. It's not like Oath of Moment, where you just kind of get it for being Tyranids.
For existing. Yeah.
For existing, yeah. But
that's a good
I think
thing.
they got play.
I hate those secondaries,
So
honestly. It's not fun. It's not
Yeah.
for your opponent always goes, of course, and then you're like, yeah, I have to do this.
Right.
So, yeah.
You're not gonna like not take the good one, but
right.
at the same time, it's like, yeah, I know this is not 015.
Yeah, right. So yeah, all in all, I'm liking Nids. Prediction here, Nidzilla is gonna be strong.
Yeah, I'm excited.
As it has been, but even better.
Oh, I have not actually I'm so excited for this.
Yeah,
I'm just stumbling over my own words right now.
Just spurging out.
I'm so excited for Tyranids. They seem adaptive. They seem like they're doing an excellent job of making these new books feel how like the army should feel.
Right. Yeah, you see craft worlds being mobile and tricksy, and Tyranids being the ultimate adaptive army, Tau being shooting and unfun.
Oh. Hey, you had the option to join the greater good. You chose not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging the more they make these new books. I mean, even Death Guard, for as bad as they are, they felt like really strong and durable.
Right, they were thematic.
At the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
Why do they keep nerfing them?
Oh. And then like Necrons, before you could easily kill like 20 warriors, it was like if they felt like they're reanimating. So they're going in the right direction. I like it a lot. It doesn't feel like armies are all kind of the same. Like they're really nailing like the special feel of armies.
Hey, now if you wanted to play Necrons but don't want to play Necrons, you can just bring a Turvagon or two and a bunch of Griblies.
Hey, bring Tyranids. Hey, you like reanimating? Bring Tyranids.
Yo, dog, I heard you like reanimation.
Yeah. But no, I'm really digging the book. I really like the internal. I love the internal balance. That to me is big. I like that a lot. Like, regardless of external balance, we can fix that. But like the internal balance is good because it just lets people who've been playing the faction bring the stuff they want to bring.
Oh yeah.
So I like it.
There's so many units in this book that like you never saw anyone take them for all of like 8th and into 9th edition.
Yeah, like even like casual players went like, the R specs is one little too bad for me.
Yeah.
So it's nice seeing everything be viable, frankly.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait to test out everything in this book.
Yeah, we gotta almost give a recap of how the testing goes.
Oh yeah, see how it worked out.
Yeah, see how it goes. Test pilot the beta nids.
Right.
This isn't even with the custom Hive Fleets, if there are any.
Yeah, they haven't previewed any yet, or none have leaked. I shouldn't say previewed. They haven't leaked the custom Hive Fleets yet. They might be really good if they get them. Maybe they don't. Maybe they kind of treat the adaptive traits.
I could see that
as a custom thing.
Yeah.
But the official Hive Fleets are so good. I don't really foresee the custom ones being worth taking.
It'd be really interesting how they'd have to do it with the adaptability of the normal ones. Like, are they going to let you do that?
Right.
Because if not, I don't know why you would ever do it.
Right, yeah.
If you can't take, like, Lurk or Shadow or whatever, the other one, no. You're sticking with the main one. But the main ones look so fun, it's like, screw the custom ones.
Yeah, I don't know what they could even do with the custom ones to make you want to take them. Like, army-wide transhuman, mini transhuman, D3+3 advances.
Yeah, like get out of here, custom.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, with that, I'm not sure where we're going to go next week. We might be looking at a Harlequins review.
Yeah, or finish up the Eldar.
Yeah, maybe even just both at the same time.
Yeah, we could probably wrap them both up fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Harlequins don't have they have some really cool shit, but they don't have a lot of stuff to cover.
It's like a half hour's worth, maybe.
And I don't like Inari, so I'm fine if we don't talk about them.
Honestly, I might talk about the Incarn.
Yeah,
I'm cool talking about the Incarn. Yeah. We both have an affection for the Incarn.
100%. But the Inari as a whole stole my Harlequins jobs.
I
of
like that
uniting
because
the
it brought
Eldar.
you pain. Maybe I should play Drakari.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No one likes Yunari. Who likes Yunari? Nobody. They killed Beltan. What the heck is that?
Isn't Eldrad exiled because of that shit, too?
Yeah, he's like exiled. They're screwing everything up. They're just a chaotic girlfriend, just fucking destroying everything.
I don't trust that
whirlwind.
demon prince looking.
Yeah, that Summonash ass looking.
We all gotta commit suicide to save ourselves. Strange.
Strange, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just kill yourself so then we can beat Slaanesh. Aren't I just gonna go to... No. Oh, okay.
I'll trust Kegrak with this one.
Why is like the avatar looks strangely like all the Slaanesh demons? Don't worry about it.
It's basically a greater demon of Slaanesh.
Don't worry about it.
It had the demon keyword.
To be fair, so is the avatar of Cain.
Fair.
Fair. And you know, a counterpoint to that too is it looks like Slaanesh because Slaanesh looks like Eldar because they're Eldar.
Fair. That's also fair. They kind of mirror each other.
Yeah, but it's more fun to go on the moons. So we're on the moon. Choo-choo, we're all aboard.
I don't trust that Slaanesh demon.
No, don't trust it. Alright, folks. We're going to wrap this bad boy up. So with that, see you next week.
See you next week. Take care. Happy gaming.